crack open a cold one with the boys. Do you remember that meme from like 2017?
Oh God. Oh.
I still sound like I smoked 50,000 packs of cigarettes a day.
You do actually. You've been known to do that. You actually quite known for doing
No.
that. You do that around town.
As in, I just sound like that.
No, but I have seen you do that. I've seen you be on a night out and you just keep tanning cigs.
Except you haven't, because that's never happened in my life.
No, you haven't. I'll go to classes and you'll be sat in the corner just like proper chaining cigs out.
Well, speaking of going around town and going to quazzes, Judd, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. We might be free at some point.
Yeah.
In the distant future. Supposedly, according to our government, by the summer we should be okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. After everything that's happened, you just
feel like there's no escape. It's just
no escape.
That's all it is.
You just need to just numb yourself to it at this point. Completely numb yourself and just prepare for the worst.
God, well, I feel like I've been through the worst when it comes to COVID, because let me tell you, last time we did a podcast, it must have been 2 weeks ago. I joked about, I might have COVID. Huh? Well, I did, apparently. Turns out I did have COVID. Well, let me tell you, obviously, like, loads of people get it very differently, but I swear to God, life was like, right, this fucker, he's getting COVID, and we're gonna fucking give him COVID.
What, were you bad with it then?
I was so bad. Like, every symptom you could know of, I had, to the extreme and more. Like, I had fucking everything. When you have to register as having it, there's like a list of symptoms, and there's like 16 of them, and I must have ticked like 12. But this is when you first like get diagnosed with it, so then you can develop symptoms after. So I was getting just more and more as it was going on. Honestly, it was fucking awful. Nice. And I still sound like I've got the croakiest voice that you'll hear this side of the Mississippi. What? But from all the coughing, which seemed to just happen overnight. But it was so weird. To start with, I was just feeling like, sometimes you can just feel bad. Yeah. Like, you just kind of feel a bit shit. Well, that's what I started off as. And then I was like just feeling really tired, and then I started coughing and sneezing, and then because of the coughing I was throwing up, but the throw up was like nothing because I had no appetite. I didn't want to eat anything.
Yeah, you don't worry when you've got it.
So I was just throwing up essentially snot, which is so weird.
What, just like bile and stuff?
Yeah, but when you think of bile, you just think of like stomach acid, but it was kind of like, it had like phlegm in and shit. It was like throwing up snot, is the best way I can describe it. Honestly, it was fucking gross. I sent you a video of it, didn't I?
You did. You sent me a video and you said, look, it's my vomit. And
yeah.
That's real. Well, you actually did that.
Yeah.
So that was good.
So, yeah, that was that. And then, at one point, in the middle of the night, I was coughing, and my ass just leaked. Just what, like... It was water. It was straight water. So it was like a little splash of water in my pants. And then I went to the toilet, and just leaking, just water, like you'd turned on a tap a little bit, and it was just leaking.
Your ass was dripping. You had a drip.
Yeah,
you had a drippy ass.
I would describe it as leaking, because it wasn't dripping. It was like coming out, but
That's
it weren't like
awful.
Shooting out.
That's awful. You had a leaky ass.
Yeah, it was fucking terrible. When it was happening, I was like, "What the fuck is going on? Like, come on, what the fuck?"
I can imagine you sat like on the toilet just softly crying to yourself, and your mum comes round and she goes, Jacob, what's up? And you go, my ass is leaky, mum! I've got a leaky ass!
No, I was just sat there like perplexed. I just didn't know what the fuck was going on. I had no idea that COVID could make your ass leak. And it was just water. That's all it was. When I looked at my pants, the little bit that had gone into my, when I'd kind of, I suppose, shit myself, but not really. It wasn't like brown or anything. It was just wet. So I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I think something else has been happening to your arsehole. I think Simon's been bumming you. That's what I think.
Well, no. Anyway.
I had a hypothetical for you. What would you do if you walked in and Simon was just proper fucking your girlfriend? What would you do? And he just looked at you and went, sounds alright to me.
Oh, that's enough for a man to just stop. To stop existing, isn't it? But yeah, I've had the big C. It's been fucking horrible, honestly. It's been really terrible. It's been the worst timing ever because it was around Valentine's Day. It was on my week off from work, and it was when we were having a bunch of complications with buying the house. So it couldn't have been much worse. So I feel like I've had no week off because I've been battling COVID the whole time.
Yeah.
And yeah, the house has fallen through, so there's that as well. So I'm not even getting a new house.
So you're not moving to that house?
No. No, because we had essentially some checks done, and it brought up a shit ton of problems that we're not willing to pay thousands to fix, and then potentially have to pay, and then once it's checked, potentially have to pay thousands more to sort out and all sorts. So we're better off just saving up for a bigger deposit, and so it's just been such a shitty time. In the time that I've not been on the podcast, it's been fucking awful. So if anyone has any questions about my COVID, then you can tweet at tweetsbadly or leave it in the comments depending on when you watched. If you watch the video version on YouTube or whatever. But the food thing was so weird because I think
that's a weird part of it. That
I think that like the official symptoms that our government's given out are fucking bullshit because they're too specific to the point where no one thinks they've got COVID. As in, my granddad has had a cough recently. Look, it don't really matter for him getting a test because he literally doesn't go anywhere. Because he's like in such a vulnerable category, he essentially just completely he's been isolating since this whole thing started. So it don't even matter for him to get a test because he just doesn't even go anywhere. But he's had a cough, and my grandma was saying, "Oh well, it's not like a dry cough or anything." And I'm like, "Well, no, grandma. If obviously it don't matter because granddad's at home constantly. But if that was anyone else, I'd say to him, go and get a fucking test. Just go and do it because." The advice is way too specific. The first things that I felt being ill, I just felt ill. I didn't feel any COVID symptoms. I didn't have a temperature. I didn't have a cough. I didn't.
Yeah.
The real advice would be if you feel ill, just go and get a test. Yeah. At this point, they're not struggling to test people too bad. So just go and do it because really the symptoms are fucking bullshit. For me, the most. I've still got a bit of a cough, by the way. I'm not infectious anymore, though. I did a test and I'm negative. The most bullshit one was the taste, because I didn't just start losing my taste. That's not what happened. My taste just changed for what I wanted. So, like, savoury food, I was just like, no, I don't want it. I don't want any savoury food.
Yeah.
And I was all about, like, fruit. I just wanted, like, grapes and things like that. So it's not like, oh, you just can't taste stuff, you just can't smell anything. That's not how it works out. And I don't like how specific that is, because then people think, oh, no, I just don't fancy things. You know, they don't think they've got COVID when they really have, which is fucking stupid. But my taste buds changed it kept changing to the point where, like, I just didn't want to eat anything. My appetite was bad. Nothing really tasted nice other than grapes. And I tried to eat sausages, something that would normally be, like, quite nice, and Jesus Christ, I don't know what the fuck it was about sausages, but they were horrible. I had a bite of one and went, ugh, and just immediately just spat it out, going, ugh, ugh. It tasted horribly. It tasted like charcoal or something mixed with like gristle. I don't know. It was gross. I mean, now I'm fine. Like, my taste buds are come back a lot, so now sausages are good, but so weird.
Yeah.
This change of taste buds came at a really bad time as well, because I won an online competition for like a £35 worth of kind of pub snacks. So obviously it's all savoury snacks as well. And this fucking crate of these things was massive. It was way bigger than you'd expect for just £35. I've still got like half of it over there because I just didn't want to eat any of it. It was like crisps and pork scratchings and nuts and all sorts. All arrived right at the time where all savoury food is gross.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of pissed off that everyone else I know that's had COVID, including you, seems to have not had it anywhere near as bad as me. For you kind of just, from what you told me, you slept and felt achy.
Yeah, basically that's what it was. I slept and felt achy, and my appetite was a bit shit, and that was it. That was COVID for me. And
it just don't feel fair.
I had to have time off work as well, which was probably the worst part about it.
Yeah, well, my boss kind of essentially made me have a week off of work. He was like, I don't want you to die. Just lay in bed. Which I pretty much did.
Yeah.
But, yeah. It's just at one point that the day after I was leaking out my ass and throwing up and stuff. Yeah. I was overheating so much because that's one of the things that happens a lot.
I've been really sweaty recently. I didn't know whether or not to go get a test. I've not been coughing or anything, but again, like you say, it's I don't know. I'm not actually bad anymore. I don't feel bad anymore, but
yeah, I
think it might have just been food poisoning, maybe.
Could have been. Well, that's the thing. It could be all sorts, but you may as well go and get tested. But it's I was overheating at one point, and I genuinely thought, right, this could be it. I could be dying here. 100%. I was so fucking and we've done some crazy shit, haven't we? It's not like we're not tough people. And when I'm ill, I don't even mention it. I just lay in bed and get better. And even when I broke my arm and that, my mum was saying to the nurses, look, if he needs some fucking painkillers, he needs some fucking painkillers, because he don't even complain at all about it. Yeah, with this COVID, when I was overheating, I was like, well, I might die here. This could be the one. This could kill me off. Because I was getting so hot, and I was going blind. I couldn't see anything. It was all my vision was really fuzzy and blurry, and I was like, could be dying here. But the thing is, you can hear how my voice is now. I couldn't shout for anyone or anything like that, and my energy was so down that I just couldn't do that. So I was just kind of passing out on the bathroom floor, which is this cold wooden bathroom floor. Luckily, it was a cold wooden bathroom floor, so it cooled me down a lot, and I was just kind of laid there for a while, this is nice. Cold floor. Cold floor that may have lots of piss on it, because it's the bathroom floor. Yeah, that's my COVID adventures. There's not been... I think that's about it that I can... That might be anything interesting. Like I said, with losing the house as well, that's really annoying. But there you go. COVID done, killed it. I'm pretty damn immune now, being as I've had a vaccine and I've gone through it as well. But who knows how much having it while waiting for your vaccine to start functioning. Who knows how that affects it. I don't know. Whatever. I don't think anyone knows anything. But looks like life is just about starting to go back to normal.
Yeah. Well, I've got my little topic to talk about of weird shit I found on the internet today. So.
Oh no.
This one's not as sad. This one's just fucking weird.
The last time you did this, and the only other time you've told us the weird shit on the internet, I came away from that podcast being like, fucking hell.
Just a
I'm
man
so
watching
just like not
the love
happy.
of his life get fucked by like a 40-year-old.
Jesus.
Awful.
What have you got for us this week?
better. This one's a lot palatable.
At any moment,
Yeah.
by the way, someone might come in and try and make me eat some food.
All right. Okay. This one's just a bit stupid. It's about fucking like weird YouTube ads. I don't know. You know, like the video ads that you just get.
Yeah, there's been a lot of like kind of weird lewd stuff that they would normally demonetize if it was a video, but the ad is fine.
See, this one was one of the weirder ones for me. It's it was an ad at the top, like a YouTube ad, and it's called Brooklyn Guy Roasts Mario 2. And it's a puppet of like this Brooklyn cop with a mustache and a puppet of Mario, and they're like arguing with each other. And this kid's very clearly just filmed it on his phone, like this thing that's happening on the computer. And it's from some other guy's channel, but he's recorded it.
Yeah.
And something this Brooklyn Guy puppet says is something like, "Oh, my your son's got Bofa," and Mario. He's saying this to Super Mario, by the way. Mario goes, "Bofa, what's Bofa?" And this guy says, "Bofa these nuts in your mouth." And this kid has put on this fucking video on like a Snapchat filter, "Is Bofa a real deceased?" And that's the video. And it was an ad on YouTube. And I checked the comments, and loads of people have been commenting saying, "You kids, you do know that your parents are going to see that you use their credit card to fucking pay for this." And the kid responded saying, I don't know what I did. Help me." He didn't know how he'd set it as an ad. He just meant to upload it. So he so accidentally paid for ad space on YouTube using his parents' credit card.
See, this is I'm calling bullshit. I think that's fake. There's got to be so many steps to purchase an ad. There's no way that this kid's just accidentally done it.
Well, maybe then he's just stolen his parents' credit card. I'll try and find you the link.
It must be memeing.
Brooklyn Guy Roasts Mario 2. But it's obviously from like another guy's thing. It's so weird. I don't think I can find it. I think he's deleted it because
I think you've gone too weird here.
No,
the point where we're like, I just don't even know what's going on.
I've got you the first one. This isn't the second one that was made as an ad, but this is so you know that I'm being truthful. But it's so weird. It's so weird that this kid's just fucking recorded this other fucking program and then paid for it to be an ad. But there was that one.
What's the coma?
And do you remember the one that I sent you of those two like religious nuts? Like in America. They had I watched a few of their videos and they were weird people, you know. They were like very cult. They were cult leadery people.
Well, tell us about it, and I'm just gonna go grab this food. I'll be 2 secs.
Okay, it was just there was this man and this wife couple, and they were both kind of old. They were like in the 50s or 60s or something, and they had this YouTube channel which they'd upload videos to, and they'd pay for like ad space on YouTube, and all of the videos were like really weird religious stuff. Like it'd be stuff saying like you sinners need to repent and be baptized because God is coming. He is coming again, and it's shit like that. I'm sure there was another one where this guy was basically saying he had the book and he was the key and the gate and shit like that. They're fucking weird. They were weird people. Then they looked like they were going to do some what were he called? Some Charles Manson shit. Start a cult and stab up a load of rich people. Stab up a model in a house. Oh yeah, I think that's him coming back. I'm not good at talking to people like I am.
I'm back. I bet that's everyone's favourite bit of the podcast, when I need to go get food and I just leave you blabbering on about some shite.
No, I was just saying how they were like cult leaders, kind of. Like they reminded me of Manson. They were just weird fucking old people.
They always are, these people who have these strange sort of channels or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Anything straight. There's a lot of the time they have like a TV network or a private radio thing, because they're not in touch with the kids and that, are they?
Yeah, but the only other weird one that I've stumbled across was it was like a music video for some sort of Japanese song, but it was just really fucking like weird and freaky. Like it wasn't enjoyable to listen to. It was just like an assault on the senses. It was just weird.
What's
Like
it like? Do you remember that movie years ago when I still went to Dad's regularly and we shared a room, and we saw like this weird Japanese film that were sometimes it was animated, sometimes it was black and white, sometimes it wasn't.
I've
mentioned it many times,
and I can never really recall it.
I'm really mad about that because I don't want it to be in my imagination.
You've imagined this. You've fallen asleep. You've drifted to sleep, and you've imagined this.
It was the first time I'd ever seen a film that seemed like it. When I was just like, "What the fuck is going on here?" That's like a fairly regular thing now, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Where films are just being like, "Oh, look at what we're doing." Yeah.
But it was the first time I'd ever watched a film and been like, I just don't know. But anyway, have you seen? I'm sure you've seen PewDiePie's Coco song. You know his Coco Melon diss track.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, well, you'll not have a chance to now, Judd, because it's been taken down.
Oh, why?
By YouTube. I don't know.
Did he say the N-word again?
No, I think the main reason was kind of like essentially kind of inciting violence towards a child sort of channel or kind of promoting
What?
promoting violence to children, or like promoting violence, against another creator. I think that was it.
Fucking threatens to beat up a 7-year-old.
Well, if you see the music video, at most, not even PewDiePie. It was Dave, who helps with like some of the music videos and stuff, some of the songs and stuff like that, who helped iDubbbz with his diss track.
Yeah.
It was him giving cardboard weapons to kids to use on a watermelon.
Right.
That's the closest they got to like encouraging kids to do violence.
Yeah.
But he got taken down for that. But thing is, the interesting part to me is that it brought up a bunch of people saying, YouTube, all of this is on your fucking channel. Why have you taken that down? And a good example that I will send to you, Judd. This is an hour-long video that's on YouTube of naked yoga.
Yeah. You know what?
Yoga.
Yeah, I believe this is a thing because another thing that I've seen on YouTube recently is gelkin. Do you know what gelkin is?
Ugh, that sounds horrible.
It's basically you grab your. I wonder if I've got anything. I'll use this. Obviously, people listening will not be able to see what's going on. So, Jake, why don't you tell them how they can see what's going on?
I'm not sure you've got the right microphone on there, Judd, because you've just gone close to it and it's not done anything.
Oh, I mean, that's probably because my microphone's unplugged.
Maybe sort that shit out first.
That happened. You should have said something. That happens all the fucking time. It just pops out. Shit.
Never really realised, to be honest. You just sound like shit normally.
Yeah, that's fine. I've dropped the deodorant can. Fuck, Jake. tell them a link, quick.
Well, there's this has been part of what has been coming up with this PewDiePie stuff, because there's been it's why it reminded me, because you were saying about YouTube ads, and there's so many fucking insane YouTube ads. Like one of them was for this like animated comedy show, kind of like a Rick and Morty type of adult comedy thing. Yeah. And it was a bunch of animals fucking each other. They were all cartoons, and you couldn't really see anything going in. But like, come on.
Yeah. I know. It's ridiculous. But basically, what gelkin is so a guy will get his cock and he'll basically grab it from a base and he'll just squeeze it hard and like pull it forward like that, kind of like in a sort of almost like a jerk off motion, but he's like trying to pull his dick, and that basically that's supposed to like make your dick bigger, but at the same time you can like really damage it because you're just grabbing it and pulling it. You're just going like that. You're just pulling it out.
Well,
but because it's educational, there is
Yeah.
videos up of
under
people
the
doing that
guise
on
of
YouTube.
education. Honestly,
Yeah.
there's so many of these naked yoga videos where it's both genders, like showing everything. Like you can see cock, you can see asshole, you can see tits, and you can see fanny. And
it's great.
you can see a ball sack if you want to see a ball sack.
Yeah.
And it is crazy, isn't it? That they are happy for those things seemingly to be up there because there's so much of it. Yet, God, it probably seems like discrimination that they take down PewDiePie's diss track. It's not even an actual diss.
Yeah. No, I know. It's ridiculous.
I don't really understand. I think I said to Cal, what do you think would actually happen? Sorry, if the biggest creators on YouTube, I'm talking the biggest like individual creators, so like PewDiePie, you probably got like Dude Perfect or Mr. Beast. If all of them said to YouTube, right, stop doing that shit, or we are going to make a rival platform and only post on there.
Yeah.
If like say the top 10 biggest YouTubers, not T-Series or Coco Melon or whatever, because fuck them. Sorry. It's residual COVID.
He's just getting the rest of it out.
Also, I've got rice in the back of my throat. If all of them did make another platform, what do you think would actually happen?
I think it'd do well for like the first bit that it was out, and then I think people would stop using it. I think they won't really care. I think.
Well, do you not think more creators would move over to it if like the top 10 biggest creators? Because loads of people went over to Mixer just from Ninja and then Shroud.
I don't know. Maybe it depends how fucking Nazi they get with YouTube, innit? Because they will. If they just keep pushing and pushing, and it's like, well, we're the ones that are fucking bringing people to your platform. So if you're just gonna fuck us over, we'll just go make us own.
No, so, I'm not saying do you think that would ever happen. I'm saying what do you think would happen if they did do that? Because that is what's bringing people to the platform.
Yeah,
and people have known this for years, that it's like kind of homegrown content creators, not these big Netflix or organizations and that YouTube seems to bum over so much.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe the sort of more the people who are actually into genuine content, regular content from creators on YouTube might go over to it, but the sort of regular person will just keep to normal YouTube.
Thing is, they'd still be at the mercy of Google anyway, because they'd have to use Google AdSense. Because it'd never work if they did it on a subscription model. If you had to pay £5 a month or something.
No, nobody would do it. Nobody would do it because it'd just be like YouTube Red. Nobody fucking does YouTube Red, do they? Or whatever it's called, YouTube Premium. Nobody. Yeah. I don't know a single person that has YouTube Premium.
Well, they're pushing it, aren't they? Because they're doing it similar to Netflix and that, and they're trying to have more and more ads so that you want to pay to get rid of the ads, kind of like Spotify.
Yeah.
But, God, no one's doing it, basically. Even though the ad situation on YouTube is shit at the minute.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. If it's like 2 30-second mods, that's fucking ads. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, if you have to sit through it. But the thing is, it's not like 2 30-second ads at the start of a video. You get mid-rolls and everything like that, so you end up with, like, on a 20-minute video, you might end up with 5 minutes worth of ads.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's just shit.
It is shit. It's a shit platform.
That's why... yeah, so thanks to anyone who watches the video version of this on YouTube, by the way.
Yeah, get off that dog shit platform.
The best way to consume this podcast really is either live at twitch.tv/gamesbadly or on your streaming platforms such as Spotify or Apple Music, things like that.
Yes.
What
God,
have
yeah.
What else have you been up to, Judd? Because I've just been dying.
Well, every time I bring up Dungeons and Dragons, you just seem to fucking groan
Oh
and roll
my
your
God.
eyes. So
Dungeons and Dragons all the time with his dungeons and his dragons.
that's my thing that I look forward to the most now. Because I can't go out and do anything. That's my thing that I look forward to the most. But I've decided to get a little present for all of the people that are playing through my thing. I found this artist who does like stylized cartoon portraits of characters.
Did you just like spend 30 seconds trying to find one on Fiverr? Is that all you did?
No, I went on Twitter. I thought all of the artists, all of the pro internet artists are on Twitter or DeviantArt, but that's a furry shit. So I went to Twitter and found one, and she's currently drawing them. So we might have like some cute little pictures of the characters for that people are playing. But yeah, that
You know
might be a
what?
nice little thing.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good.
They'll be cool to show on the podcast, but you'll have to go to Twitch.
I don't know about that.
Twitch.com/gamesbadly.
Nope.
Is that it? That's it. That's
Nearly.
the entire.
Oh.
No. Apart from Dungeons and Dragons, I don't really do anything.
God, can you imagine?
Talking about. I've been playing Overwatch recently. I've got back into Overwatch. That's.
Why don't you play Apex with me and Carl? We'll get to master. It's going to be good.
I don't know. I just find this because I've started playing Junkrat again, and it's
Octane. Everyone's enjoying Octane.
No. I've realised that I have never been good as any other character in any game as good as I am as Junkrat in Overwatch. Like it's weird. I
nearly got to top rank on Hearthstone at one point.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's Dex. It's like a character in something like you know.
Yeah,
can be
like skill rather than
like you can be different champions in Apex or champions in League of Legends.
Picking certain people to be able to win at any point.
Well, yeah, I know, but like you know, you can play different characters. I'm just saying that like
you can choose them if you want to lose.
Yeah, you can absolutely. It's the same on League. I've said to Sam, I only play Urgot because I do good as Urgot, and he's fucking busted. He's not a super fun champion to play. He just wins your games.
Yeah,
and
it's
you have to be like
when
that.
Games get like that.
Yeah, but anyway, I do think that I've never been as good as anything else as Junkrat on Overwatch, because I had about 3 games where I'm like, oh, I'm not as good as when I was younger. Like back when this came out when I was like 16, and I was just fucking bashing it.
That makes us sound like we're in like as 40s or something.
Yeah. I thought.
Literally, you're like, what, aren't you 21?
I'm 22.
22.
So,
I'm not as good as when I was young.
Let me have a look. When Overwatch release day. Overwatch release.
That's
day
only because you'll have not played in a while. Like
the
after
24th
again
of May 2016. I was 17 when Overwatch came out, and I was fucking sick at it. I bummed it all the time, and I'd lost.
That was when you could be good at it, because now you can't really, can you? Because it's just flashing lights, and then some shit happens.
Oh, dude! Fucking 80% of the heroes must have an ability that either stop you from doing something or just move you to the side, which doesn't sound bad, but it is bad when you get moved around the map for 10 seconds straight, stunned, and you're just stunned and you can't do anything, so you just stood there floating and moving around.
Well, that's the massive problem with that game. Yeah. How many fucking characters with different abilities has it got? You can never prepare for all those abilities.
Yeah.
Just knowing them is a feat in itself, and it's happening with Apex as well. It's so annoying.
It gets fucking ridiculous. It's absolutely the worst in League of Legends though. There's a character in League of Legends called Tryndamere, and you can ban 5 champions before the game starts. But that sounds big. But it's not, because there's like 140, and about 70 of them are fucking stupid.
Well, they're all the same thing, aren't they? Because it's always like, oh, this character's just this one with a bit of this one.
Yeah, but there's a character called Tryndamere, and basically his ultimate is to just be invincible for about 10 seconds, which 10 seconds doesn't sound like a long time again, but 10 seconds in League of Legends can be an entire team fight. That can be the entire team fighting,
Well, if it's
the winner being decided.
If they're invincible for 10 seconds, in most multiplayer games for 10 seconds and can do stuff like attack and things like that, then that's completely busted. Like, there's a character in Apex that's invincible for not 10 seconds, but they can't do anything while they're doing it. They can move, but that's it. They can't shoot. They can't do anything like that.
Tryndamere. Not only is it so you just can't die regardless of whatever effect is going on. You just can't die. I think he also gains a damage buff and a movement increase, and his other abilities are also a dash, a movement increase, and more damage. So it's like, great. So, and by the way, the refresh on his ultimate is like 30 seconds. He gets to do that every 30 seconds.
Games need to think about shit more. I feel. Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't think that it's that they don't think about stuff. I feel like these game manufacturers get pressured to do stuff. So, like, for example, the main one I can talk about is Apex because I've played it so much. I'm creeping up on 1,000 hours in that. But the thing is, they do stuff like add another weapon, add another type of attachment, add another character, and things like that, where it's like, no, whoa, you need to be taking stuff out. There's too much. There's too many attachments, too many guns, the loot pool's awful. But they can't make money out of taking things out. They can't make money out of fixing bugs. They can't, and that's where the publisher's like, oh no, we want you to make more money. You know, you have to keep making more and more money every quarter. So then they're like, oh shit, well we can't afford to fix bugs or anything. We have to add more crap into the game and fuck it up. So that's what ends up happening. And it's annoying and sad, and if publishers would stop being stupid and greedy and think in the long term, they'd realise that having these bugs fixed, sorting your game out so that it's balanced enough, then they're trying to add stuff, keeps people around longer and keeps the esports scene of these games healthier. Prime example, CSGO. When's the last time Counter-Strike added a fucking gun? When's the last time they changed the balance of it? You don't need to.
Yeah. But I've, at the same time, I probably hear more about people enjoying their time on CSGO than not liking it. I don't like it that much, but I never get
it's not for me at all either.
I never think anything's bullshit. A couple of the weapons can be a little bit busted, but it's all right. Everybody's okay on it.
When you die on that game, it feels like you've died to a sweat that's played 5,000 hours and kind of deserves to kill you. You know? So, in a weird way, I want more of that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time in these other games, you don't feel like you deserve to die. Whereas if a sweat in Counter-Strike just goes and just kills you because they know what they're doing, then kind of, alright.
Yeah.
Because it's not the game's fault. So, yeah, video games bad. People bad too.
Games are still bad. I might get Far Cry 5, you know. Well, no, I say that because but I'm probably not gonna, because it's still £40.
Don't get Far Cry 5. Get Far Cry New Dawn.
No, see, I still really like the idea of the setting for Far Cry 5, though. I just know that the ending. Well,
that's why I say get New Dawn. But it's not just the ending. The ending's probably the best bit of it. The whole game before then is much worse than the ending, Judd. That's the worst bit. The setting, it's fine, it's good. But sorry, that's why I say get New Dawn, because it's still got a lot of the elements of the setting, but it's not fucked.
See, whenever I look at what people are saying about New Dawn, people are just saying it's dog shit.
Well, they're wrong.
Actually, it's mostly positive on Steam. Actually, I'm saying that, but it's mostly positive. But so is Far Cry 5. So I don't know. I don't know what to trust.
This is why you can't trust these game review things, can you? Because they just, like, Fallout 76 was rated fine.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It's just I've said it before, but I always really like religious cult settings in games.
Well, that's why it was so shit and so annoying, because it could have been so good, Far Cry 5, but fuck me, I was not scared of them at any point. I was just, I wasn't scared or threatened or anything. The characters were just annoying. And there was mechanics where it's like you'd be going about. You might just fancy doing some side quests or whatever.
Yeah.
You'd be going about trying to do them, and then it's like, go, 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 go! Helicopter landing on you, and then like instantly you're kidnapped to somewhere. It's like, oh god, I wanted to do the little.
Yeah.
I wanted to do the like kill one sheep side quest, and now I'm thrown into the biggest fucking. There's stuff like that, and it's not good. It's not good. I could maybe do with trying to play it again to make sure it's not good, because I've only played through it once.
Yeah.
But
maybe it's one of those where you go back to it and you think, oh well, that actually wasn't as bad as I remember. It's just not as good as the other two.
Maybe I'll give it a go, but I don't think that was the case.
Obviously, Far Cry 4 was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, that was the best one, I think.
And then this happened. Yeah, I've been playing them both again. In fact, I don't think I've been playing Far Cry 4. I've been playing 3, but after I've been playing Far Cry 3, I'm like, yeah, 4 was definitely better. There's just like ease of life, comfort of life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
What I would say is, I would say 4 is definitely better, but only tiny bit. Like it's not very much better than 3, but it is. But by a very small amount, and I just think the story is slightly more cohesive as well on it.
Yeah.
So it's the best one. I would definitely say it's the best one. And I don't understand how they messed up Far Cry 5 so bad. But the New Dawn's all right. It's a bit short, but it's like not meant to be a full game. Yeah, I don't know. I tried playing recently Far Cry Blood Dragon.
Yeah, you said.
Which I thought, that'll be quite fun. I just paid like 90p for it. Be quite quick, easy, silly story to go through. I started the first mission and I was just like, you know what, this is annoying. And I don't think this is actually endearing. I think this is kind of just flashing lights and stupid loud character. I don't think I want this. Which I kind of get the appeal of it. If you're a child, it was kind of like that for me. I was like, I want to like this as well, but like I feel like this is for kids.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. It was annoying. Which is half what I thought Cyberpunk would be like. Which I think I might get at some point soon because it's quite cheap relatively.
Has it dropped? Has it dropped in price?
I think it's like 25 quid.
On Steam, it's still listed as 50 quid.
Oh, on Steam it will be. You have to go on like CD keys or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is the better way of seeing how expensive games are at the minute. Because it's a bit more like a stock market. Let me have a look at Cyberpunk 2077, 20 quid.
At £20, I'd recommend getting it. I don't think you.
quid.
I don't. But I still don't think you're going to enjoy it as much as I did, though, because I got quite immersed in the story and the universe and the ideas of it. But yeah,
and I do like that stuff. It's just I don't know. Well, whatever. What I want to do is I like pork scratchings, Judd. I told you I got that.
That was a jump.
We'll go back to games in a bit, but I told you I got all those snacks, and a big part of them was pork scratchings. There's like a massive bag of pork scratchings.
Yeah.
And I think that might be one of the reasons why I won, because I said I really like pork scratchings. But since having my COVID taste changed, the idea of pork scratchings is fucking gross.
Yeah.
That would be fucking horrible. If you don't know what pork scratchings are, I think it's kind of deep fried pork skin with salt.
Yeah. I think that's it.
So I'm going to try one now on podcast and let's see what it's like. They're very crunchy, so you'll get some good ASMR.
Yeah, this is going to be good, this.
You ready?
Yeah. Exactly.
They're called Uncle Albert's.
Uncle Albert's pork scratchings.
Seasoned pork rind.
Ooh,
you know
lovely.
what? Pretty good.
Go on, what?
Taste buds are back. I'm not trying to throw up, just like I did with the sausage.
I've been like this recently, you know. Maybe I should go get a test, because I've been having trouble eating and I've been waking up sweating. I'm feeling better now. I'm feeling fine, but I don't know. Because I had to have Monday and Tuesday off work this week because I've been stuck to toilet just shitting like a fucking madman.
Yeah, do it then. Like, my advice, having had it, is get a test then. My advice really is, if you feel ill, go get a test.
Well, the thing is, I don't feel ill anymore. I feel like I'm over it. So I don't. That makes me think it wasn't COVID because I had it for like 2 days and now I'm okay. Like I'm completely fine. So
now I want to eat all these pork scratchings.
We've just had fish and chips, and it was very nice.
They're good ones because normally pork scratchings are notoriously salty, and these are pretty like subtle. Yeah. But I'll stop eating them for now. What I wanted to talk to you about, Judd, is should we bring up this
a giant?
No, lockdown. What would you call it? Like lockdown, plan.
The lockdown plan.
Yeah, from being allowed out of lockdown eventually.
I mean,
hold on. I just, you know how like if you Google something and it brings up articles on Google, it gives you a snippet of the title. Well, the snippet on this where it's cut off the title for this article that I found, it's quite funny. It says lockdown. Boris Johnson unveils plans to end England.
I wouldn't even be surprised.
It's gonna say to end England lockdown.
Yeah.
Alright, step by step. So from the 8th of March, we're recording this on the 24th of February. That's going to date this, because I'll probably end up publishing it on the 8th of March. Yeah. From the 8th of March, schools will reopen and allow for after-school sports and recreational activities. On the 8th of March. That's quite a big thing, that, isn't it? Because schools, that's a lot of people, like, in one place. And, like, recreational activities, too. 29th of March, outdoor... Oh, wait, okay. From the 8th of March, recreation in outdoor public spaces, such as parks, between 2 people is allowed. So we can sit down and have a beer on a bench in a park.
We can, yeah. And stare at people as they walk by, little kids. Can stare at them as we drink alcohol.
Nope.
We can do that, we're allowed. There's no social repercussions.
Okay. Anyway, on the 29th of March, outdoor gatherings of 6 people. Of either 6 people or 2 households.
Okay.
What? So wait. So in theory, if you have 2 households that are both 25 people big, you can have a 50-person gathering. It is understood that this will include gatherings in private gardens. Outdoor facilities such as tennis or basketball courts will reopen, so that's like public ones. 12th of April, non-essential retail opens. You can buy your fucking nerd shit, Judd.
I was thinking about that. I've not gone and had a game in about a year. It's mad.
And then this is a big one here, Judd. Beer gardens and zoos and theme parks from the 12th of April. That's when it'll start getting sunny as well. And then, what else have we got? 17th of May. Most social contact rules lifted. Don't know what that means. 6 people or 2 households indoors as well then.
Yeah, that means we can go Dungeons and Dragons in person.
From 21st of June, all legal limits on social contact removed. The 21st of June
is when I can just walk up to people and lick them and it's alright.
Well, I don't think that's ever been alright. But
they just go, oh, hello, hi.
With consent, you can lick inside of someone's gob after 21st of June. Which I know you've been dying to do. I know that's what you've been wanting to do.
I'm dying to get my tongue in some muff, to be honest, Jake.
Oh, Jesus. After 21st of June, though, that's like middle of summer. Imagine the scenes in the town centres and the cities on the weekend after that, because I think it's a Monday, isn't it?
Yeah.
So everyone will be working next day, so that won't be massive. But imagine the weekend after lockdown rules.
Yeah.
Fuck. What's the first thing you'll do? Imagine it was just flicking a switch, as in, because obviously it's like phased return to normal life. Imagine it was just like that, and then it's all fine. You can go everything's ready for you. What would you do?
I'd just go get fucked. I don't know. I feel like I'd probably go to Corp. I mean, it'd probably be me Sam and Tom and Kieran are probably going to corp and get fucked.
Well, you have to describe corp people. What people who don't know.
Corp is Jake's favourite place in the world. It's sick.
No.
It's basically it's the dirtiest, nastiest nightclub ever in Sheffield, and they've got a room for metal and sort of like more pop stuff, and then like EDM, like sort of like dubstep sort of dance tunes, stuff like that. But it's grotty. It's grotty, and
if you've never been, honestly, it's really fucking horrible. But having said that, I would love a trip to Corp.
Yeah,
I'll go to fucking Corp. If that was the only one that was open, I would go.
Yeah,
but I'm more looking forward to as regular spots, as regular town centre and all of that sort of dealio. Oh,
yeah.
Imagine it. Just imagine it. To be honest, I'm dying to have like. I think it'd be really cool and fun to have just a fun barbecue, just like a massive barbecue, and invite everyone round. Make sure there's loads of booze, and just like be allowed to be around people and not fucking worry about anything, and just sit, eat good food. Everyone gets tipsy and gets a taxi home because you can get taxis now. Stuff like that. Oh god, that would be the best. I'm dying to go away somewhere as well. Like, just imagining places that are like weird compared to here, like Thailand or just Spain. Fucking Spain, even. That's not even very far from us. But just the idea of going somewhere that's not stuffy old fucking Britain is. It just feels immense. It feels like a fairy tale. And dying to do it just stuff that like simple stuff like being able to go for a carvery in a movie with Dad, because that's all he'll want to do. That's all our dad ever wants to do in his free time, and we'll actually be able to go with him for once. Imagine being able to go to like Meadowhall. Yeah, like I know we've been kind of as COVID's been a thing at certain points, but being able to just go to Meadowhall because you want to go, and not having to like pre-book a meal slot or like all of that stuff. The moment I can go out and do an activity and I don't think about a single COVID restriction will be such a fucking glorious day. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Surely by Christmas. If they're saying summer, then surely by Christmas it'll be fine.
Yeah, I reckon it'll all be over by end of this year. Yeah.
Have you still you booked some festivals, didn't you, or something? Because I'm supposed to be going to Leeds Fest.
I did, yeah.
And so far as I know, that's still on, but
I was supposed
it's after the restrictions are supposed to be lifted, I think.
Yeah, I was supposed to be going to Download Fest, and I don't know if that's still going ahead. Basically, what I'm going to do is if it goes ahead, then great. But if they give me an option to either not be able to go this year, but either go later in the year or go for the next year's one, then I'm going to do that. But instead of getting me money back.
Yeah, because you got the like ticket insurance, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that for Leeds Fest too. But what did I say? Did I say June? 21st of June or something like that? The normal life's supposed to be. Well, Leeds Fest is August, so that's a couple months after that. So that's looking good for it. I have to say though, we're pretty decent with these predictions, just like we were with Cyberpunk. I don't think it's going to be then. I do not think normal life's going to be then. It'll take longer. It always does. Although we are on track with vaccines and stuff at the minute, like they're not.
The UK's been doing one of the best in the world for vaccinations. It's just actual fucking sorting out of other shit that we're doing terrible at. It's the vaccinations we're doing good with.
Yeah, so. We kind of got a bit lucky that the vaccines have been good. Because they could have been shit, really. Did
you know that Israel is actually the best in the world because they offered their themselves up to be for trials? That's why they were like the first to get. The second they were like, right, this one's good, they gave most of the stuff straight to Israel. And I've heard that actually they've started giving some to people on the Palestinian side as well, which could be massive. Wow. Like the Israel going off to Palestine and going, look, have some
COVID vaccinations. That's
'Cause
massive.
they've been beefing for years, haven't they?
Yeah, they've been releasing diss tracks and the sorts for years.
Yeah, it's looking good. I'm still eating pork scratchings. I'm so
I
sorry.
can tell.
You're just so good to me right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I've probably in the past 3 days, I've slept in total about 10 hours.
Right.
The first night on the Monday, I didn't sleep for the entire night. I didn't sleep until 11 o'clock in the morning. And then I probably slept until about 2.
It's a weird bombshell to drop.
On the Tuesday, I probably managed to force myself to go to sleep at about 3 o'clock. Woke up at like 6 and didn't go to work, so I was still feeling like shit. And then last night, I think I probably fell asleep at about 1 o'clock and woke up at 6. So, but yeah,
so you'll be going back to work tomorrow, do you think?
No, I've been at work today. I made myself go to work today. So
my question for you, Jude, is: will you have a vaccine as soon as you can? And have you? I'm guessing you were like bottom of the list. Any idea of when you might be allowed to have one?
I've not got a clue. Not got a clue. But I know that basically the second I'm given the option to do it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, it's I'm happy that it seems like people are adopting it just so that things can go back.
Yeah, back to normal.
Yeah. Oh God, just think about. You've never been to a festival, have you? I was just gonna say, I've never been to the idea of a festival, but you've never been, so it don't matter. Imagine you're getting drunk every single night, like fucking having the best time of your life every night with music going off. You wake up at like 11:30, obviously, every day in a sweltering tent, like completely dehydrated, because of course you didn't have any water the night before. You just got completely pissed. So you get up, immediately chug like a big bottle of water, and wander over to a burrito van to have a burrito, to kind of just shove a burrito into your face, and then you're like, I feel better now. Time for another beer. and then you wander over and get another pint, listen to some tunes, and oh God, it's just on repeat until the festival's over.
Yeah.
That is glory right there. Jesus. Thinking about that. Or your other option to fantasize about is, I mean, like, imagine being able to get on the plane, have a fucking cocktail on the plane and landing, and you get out of the plane and whoosh, we get hit with a big wave of heat. There's a fucking very small Thai woman there, just, going, welcome to Thailand, here's your fruit. Here's your basket of fruit and a fucking flower necklace.
Face, yeah.
Let me bring you to your hotel that's cost you 20 pence a night because everything's like the cheapest thing in the world here. Yeah. Please, may I gift you a Tesla for like £4.50? Stuff like that. Being able to just wander around a bustling city, go over to an old woman who's serving soup, and it's the best, Asian dish you've had in your entire life, and it costs you about half a pence. Yeah. Oh God, imagine it. Imagine it. Nah, I'll just play video games at home still.
Yeah. I'm just saying, the thing is, it's going to be like Christmas, not Christmas. It's going to be like prison. You know how you've been in prison for so long, and you get out, and you're like, I don't understand the outside world anymore.
Well, that's what I was like when I was having to isolate. Because I was isolating, just in my room and the bathroom, and then Simon caught it from me and was isolated in the spare room. So we weren't allowed in the rest of the house. And when I tested negative, because we've got some quick tests at my house because my mum works at a hospice, my mum said, oh, you can come out now. And I was like, I don't think I will. Just kind of shut the door and went to bed.
Because you don't know what to do anymore. You're just used to being in that lifestyle. You're used to just being stuck in your room, just being a prisoner.
Well,
so
it was.
They lift the fucking covers from over your eyes. You're like, no, it's too scary. I can't do it.
It was mostly because it was like nighttime, and it went nighttime. It was like 10 p.m. and I was shattered from fighting COVID. So I was like, I don't really want to. I kind of just want to go to bed. So I did that.
Yeah.
Well, all I can say to finish this podcast off is, let's hope to God that at some point soon we can go to a pub and have a nice pint without thinking about COVID.
Yeah. I just like a day. I just like for there to be a day when I don't have to worry about COVID at all.
Mm-hmm.
That'd just be it. I'd love it.
They have said, haven't they, that it's going to be added to like kind of a list of things that'll always affect vulnerable people, like the flu and that. But that's always the best that we were going to get.
Yeah, it was never gonna go away forever, were it?
No. But there you go. That's a podcast. We ended on a cheery note for once, Judd, rather than like cuckold rape or something that you try and make us talk about all the time.
Not cuckold rape. It's just the guy wasn't into it. I
Let's
don't want to watch anyone.
We've ruined it. We were ending on a nice note, and now we're ending on this note again. Oh Jesus! We hope that you can manage to get to the pub soon, everyone. Thanks for listening to the podcast, because people actually do, believe it or not.
Your wife get fucked by a man. We hope. Unless you're into that, then that's fine. If you're okay with it, then.
Judd, please just say goodbye now. Fucking hell.
But if you have to watch,
right, goodbye everyone. Bye. Goodbye. Say goodbye then.
I did. I said bye.
Good.